Hey, what's up guys, it's Roy here. So today's video is sponsored by the company Temu. Now you might recognize that name because their popularity skyrocketed after their multiple ads they ran during the Super Bowl. But with that being said, they were kind enough to reach out and see if I'd be interested in promoting their website and app, and maybe talking about some of the products that I thought my viewers might be interested in. So that's what you got here in front of you, are multiple various products that I think the people that are watching this video who stumble across my channel might have some interest in, not only because it's a gaming mouse or an iPhone case, but just how affordable they are. So there is a custom link that they gave me, which I'll put down in the description. And if you use my promo code SAGE877, you'll get 30% off your total purchase. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is kind of individually go over why I picked these, go over the product, tell you how much it is on Temu's website, and then we'll kind of just go through each of them. So I think we're gonna start with what's right slap dab in the middle. All right, so as you can probably tell, these are iPhone cases. So this is for my iPhone 14 Pro here. But what I really like about these cases is that they are actually not that bad. I really like the pop of color with the green border and the orange buttons. And then of course with the black one here, you can see that it has red buttons, semi-transparent case. Looks really, really good, but what's crazy about these cases, guys, is that they're 98 cents on Temu's website right now. So that is just insane in my opinion. And I've been using this actually on my iPhone 14 Pro now for about a week or two. I really, really like the case. It feels good in the hand. I do like that it is semi-transparent, so I can see the Apple logo a little bit there. The camera bump protection is really cool. I really like the design of the camera bump. I think it just looks really, really good. The buttons are very tactile and responsive as well, so no complaints there. So is it the best case out there as far as like drop protection goes? Probably not. It is very thin, as you can see here. A little flimsy on the sides here. There isn't really any noticeable reinforcement or anything inside, but it's 98 cents, guys. It's like insane value. So there are the 14 Pro cases. I did see on the website some other cases that are very similar that they make for like the 13 Pros and the 12s. And so if you're interested in these, I'll be sure to put them down in the description. All right, so obviously you know what this is. This is a tabletop lamp. The light bulb actually did not come with it, but I've been looking for something like this for a while now. I've been searching on Amazon. Of course I can find them on Amazon, but what I liked about this is the price. This was like 10 bucks and it's got a super long cord here. It does have a portion right here where you can turn it on and off. So obviously I'm blinding you there. But I went with kind of like the more antique clear light bulb there that just looks really cool. So when I have it sitting off in the corner, it does give a really nice glow. I probably should have went with more of a lighter light bulb because it does get very bright, but when my room is super dark, it just looks cool, gives a really nice orange, warm temperature kind of background in my videos. So you'll be seeing this a lot more in my videos, but it just looks really good. I just like the antique look. This is a very, very simple looking lamp that you can easily make a background light, and it just looks really clean. And the bottom is this really nice pad as well, so it kind of helps with the anti-slipping around and stuff. So there it is. This is 10 bucks, well worth the money. So next, what I have here is from Anker. Obviously it's a very recognizable name in the game. This is the Soundcore Mini. This was like around 25 bucks on there. I've been wanting to get a mini little speaker for my bedroom, just to play music in the background or something like that when I'm working. But here it is. It is this just really awesome matte finish speaker. So it says Anker there at the top, has some buttons here. So you got a plus and minus, and then a play button here. On the back, we have our power on and power off, our mode button here, and then we have a jack here, and then there is a micro USB charging port, and then an SD card slot. If you wanted to put an SD card inside that was loaded with music, you can totally do so. So whenever you turn it on, it kind of makes that sound there. Has a blue LED there if it's searching for like the Bluetooth signal. So this is the charging cable. So it's a USB-A to micro USB right there. But if you plug it in, and I'm gonna go through the different modes, this actually does have an FM transmitter in it so you can listen to local radio stations, and the antenna is the power cable. You can hold the plus or minus button to go through the channels that it found. So not too shabby. It sounds fantastic. So let me hook up my phone to it real quick and let's show you what it really can do. So it's got a subwoofer in there, and if you put it on the table, the sound gets so much richer, and this thing thumps considering it is a small little speaker. It has this really grippy feet as well, but when you put it on that table, man, it sounds fantastic in my opinion for such a small little Bluetooth speaker. So there is the Anker Soundcore Mini. So next is this 20,000 milliamp power brick here that has an LED display up here at the top. Here it is, kind of goes over it a little bit on the case here. So let's go ahead and get this out. As you can see here too, 410 grams. This thing is heavy, and there it is. So I went with the black version. They do have a white one too, which looks kind of cool, but I thought the black was a little bit better. It does say 20 plus, which recognizes that it is the 20,000 milliamp version. Here at the top, it does have two USB-A ports and a Type-C port. And then on this side's the power button, and then it does have a micro USB charging port, which I was a little bummed. I was kind of hoping it would have had a USB-C port to charge it, but is what it is. If I turn it on here, it shows 25, 50, 75, 100, which indicates the power that the actual brick has. So as it starts to dwindle, it'll just start eliminating those. So I'm gonna grab a charger real quick and I'll show you with my S23. All right, so I got a charging cable here. So just gonna plug in cable side here, got my USB-C port here. And then once I plug it in, as you can see, it is charging the device. All right, so next I have this gaming mouse here, which was only 11 bucks. So for a gaming mouse, I thought it looked really clean. Just reminded me a lot of some of those higher end ones here. As you can see here, it says wireless charging mouse. It's RGB. I'll show you all that here in just a second. On the back, you can see that it does come in a white color and a black color. Once I open it, you'll see which color I went with, which was white. As you can see, I thought it looked pretty cool in the white color. There's some stuff in here, but I'm not gonna really waste your time with it. But here's the mouse. I just think it looks really, really nice. It's a plastic build, so obviously you're not gonna get this just ridiculous high-end mouse, but the cool thing about it is it does feel very nice in the hand, especially when I'm sliding it around. The buttons are very tactile and responsive. And then of course you have a forward and back button right there as well. Got some branding right here. And right here, what you can do is change the DPI. So there's only about 4 settings. So if you're using it and pushing it, you'll be able to see how fast the arrow scrolls across your screen. Flipping it over to the bottom, you can kind of see this design once again here. And the way to charge it is with a micro USB charging cable. So that is something to point out. It's not Type-C. So there you have it, guys. There is the white gaming mouse here. I think it's well worth 11 bucks. All right, so next is this from Baseus. This is a 100-watt fast charging cable. It's a Type-C to Type-C. As you can see there, it shows you what the charging speed is when you're charging your device. I've been dying to get my hands on one of these. And when I saw that they had it on the website, I could not resist. What's even better about it is that it's only 10 bucks. So just for fun, I have the cable right here. It's plugged into a 45-watt charging brick, but I have my S23 here. It's at 51%. So if I plug it in, you'll be able to see the charging speed starts to increase here. It's jumping up at 15, 16. I've plugged it into like my work laptop that I can get up to 60 watts. And I've been able to display about 55 watts from this cable. Now, is it something that's niche? Sure. I think so, but I just think it's kind of cool to be able to show that. So it's kind of not a smart charging cable, but kind of is. So I think it's kind of cool. But nice braided cable as well. It's very long. It's about 6 feet long. But like I said, USB-C to USB-C. So yeah, for 10 bucks, well worth the money. So next on the list here is this little magic arm that I came across. It's only 12 bucks, so that's about in line with what I've seen on Amazon. You have this twist here where you can untwist it and it releases, and these completely can move around. So what I've used this mainly for is, once again, for my field monitor, being able to hook it up to the side of my cage on my Sony ZV-E10, and then kind of putting this on this side, which my Field World monitor actually has a thread hole where I can screw this in on the side, and it just kind of extends out. So then that way I can have my shotgun mic mounted on top, and then my field monitor isn't obstructing anything. But it's a you know, a matte black finish, has a nice aluminum feel to it, just feels very good. The 1/4 inch threads here are very nice, and you can tighten them here once you get it all on there. So, you know, didn't want to get lost in the weeds on this one, but I think for 12 bucks, it's actually a pretty nice little magic arm. It's not huge, which is okay. That's why I wanted it this way for that field monitor. So there's a lot of things you can do with a little magic arm like this, but for, like I said, 12 bucks, I think it's worth the money. But you let me know down in the comments, what do you think about it? So next are the Lenovo ThinkPlus LivePods XT88s. So if you've seen some of their commercials, they actually advertise a lot of Lenovo products where they're showing them when they're like, oh man, they're only like $2 or something like that. And these are like $8. I went with kind of this gunmetal gray color. It says ThinkPlus on the front. It's got a little LED light here. It is actually a USB-C charging port, which is nice. Lenovo branding there on the back. And then when you open it up, it reveals the headphones, which very much look like AirPods Pros. So you got the little stem there. It's an in-ear design. Has the Lenovo branding there at the bottom of the stick. But what's really cool about these is that they actually control everything. So volume, play, pause, go forward, go back, all that fun stuff. The design of the case is very plasticky. Unfortunately, the lid does not stay open on its own very well. As you can see there, it just closes very quickly. But for $8, I mean, what do you expect? But once it's in, they actually stay in pretty good. The magnetic part there for the bottom of the stem does hold very well. I have used them and they don't sound terrible considering they're only $8. It does come with some extra ear tips as well for better fitment. And that's the kind of the main thing with these type of headphones is the fitment. The better the fitment, the better sounding cheap headphones sound. So just something to bring up. So it's got those there. It does have a USB-A to Type-C charging cable inside here. No charging brick, obviously. But for $8, I mean, who can complain about getting a name brand like Lenovo and getting some in-ear style headphones that actually sound nice? So there you go, guys. Lenovo XT88s. I'll put them down in the description. All right, so last but not least is this camera backpack. So I have been dying to get an actual backpack style camera bag, and I came across this. Now I will admit, guys, when you go to Temu, when you type in camera bag, backpack, or something like that, you're gonna literally see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to choose from. Like literally you can just scroll all day and you won't go through all of them. But this one I picked because I liked the look, I liked the reviews, and I liked kind of the way it does certain things. So this is kind of like a grayish color. It's definitely kind of got like a bluish tint to it, but it is gray. I do like this orange stitching that comes across it here. At the front, it does have a zippered pouch here that you can open up to see the orange there and be able to put stuff inside, like maybe your phone or whatever it is that you want to put inside there, and then zips it up. And I like that it kind of folds over so it kind of hides it and very nicely sleek looking there. On this side here, it does have a mesh pouch where you can put, a water bottle or whatever. It does also have this little opening here for headphones, so if you do have your phone inside and you push like some headphones through that are wired, then you can have that just kind of dangling here, and so while you're wearing the backpack, it can go through there. The back is very padded and nice. I have worn this a couple of different times. Even the arm straps are padded as well, just like this. And then there's some little spots here where you could like clip stuff to it if you wanted to. Same thing here. Has a little spot here where you can clip like a phone or some headphones or whatever it is that you want to put there. On this side, you have two straps that are done with Velcro, and this is where you can actually stick your tripod, which I thought was really cool. That's why I liked this design, so that way you could put your tripod here. So let me go grab it real quick. All right, so got my Joby tripod here, which is kind of the main one I take on the go with me, depending on what it is that I'm doing. But as you can see here with these Velcro straps, when I put it on, it stays in there very nicely, and it's very snug and secure, and it helps me not have to take up any extra space inside the actual backpack. And also, depending on what type of like larger tripod you have, depending on how thick it is when you fold it up, it might be able to go here. I know my Mi Photo tripod that I have that I use a lot, it's too thick when I close it up. It's very wide, so the straps unfortunately don't go over it. So you do need to keep that in mind with these types of straps on the sides of the backpack. Going to the front here, this is where the secret sauce is. Turning it into the camera bag, as you can see here. And as you can see here, we have a pocket here to put stuff inside, but then we have all of the pieces here where we can customize how we want it laid out inside of the actual bag. It just really boils down to how you want to customize it. So let's zip that back up, and then I'll show you the last piece to the mix of this, and it's the bigger part on the back here. And that is where it reveals a padded back that fits a 16-inch laptop as well. And you can put some other stuff in there if you didn't want to put a laptop in it, but it's got a very nice padded opening here to be able to put a laptop in. All right, so there we have it, guys. There are all the products from Temu that I was able to grab. So if you're interested in any of these, like I said, I will put some links down in the description. Now, one thing I will point out though, is there are some times where certain things get sold out, and they'll actually alert you if things are sold out. So just in case something that I do link down in the description is sold out, don't worry. I'm sure there's other products that are sold that are probably the same, just named differently, or potentially very, very, very similar. Make sure to use that link down in the description and use the promo code to get that 30% off. So hit that like button if you like this video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless. I'll see you on the next one.